Hi everybody, it's Book of Catherine, and we're going to go over the power centering with Veillon and Alexander Brandys' ice dancing routine, the free dance that they did film this year or 2022. Let's go look. So here they are. They're about to skate, and they're getting ready. But already I could tell that they had learned how to use their centers just by the way that they came up and prepared to skate. I could tell just by the way that they did. They're really good at it too. They've really been practicing it. So when they push off, you'll watch that at the base of their rib cages that they will be pushing off. They'll both move away, and the first thing that will go will not be their head. It won't be their shoulder. It'll be the base of their sternum. What's behind it? You'll see it. And push from the base. See, breathe and push. That was the first thing that went. He only does 3 pushes, and he does a lift just from those 2 pushes. Now they're going to come up on the favorite thing, where they're 44 seconds on one skate alone. That's coming up here. See how she went down chest first? Basically, here it comes. And 1 foot. That's it. They're pumping their center, and they're about to go in 2.5 spin turn, 1 foot, and 1 foot. And finally they put it down. That was like over 44 seconds, you guys. That was incredible. You can't do that without your center. Absolutely insane. And you smile. Do you see how easy it looks? It looks like they're not trying. Do you see how he grabbed her center there? He grabbed the lower part of her shoulder blade that's right behind. Here it goes. Now, this is my point here. When they do this move right here, where they go into this drop, it will not look like he's holding any weight. And it's not because she's like a super tiny dancer. But the reason why is right here. Do you see where his hand is? It's right below. That's right where her center is. If you trace her sternum down and right behind it, he's offering contact support to the center. And as long as he holds that, she's holding the rest of her weight. Do you see that? She's got her body. She's holding herself up. So yes, she's got her leg hooked around him at the bottom here, but she's not putting any weight on it. So all he has to do, now he's not as good as using his center as she is, but he's still good at it. He's had training with it. So when they come up, it'll look as if, see her, she can go so low now that her hair is brushing the ice. And then it'll come up, and he'll barely, he have the same red cheeks going into practice. And he'll just see he's barely breathing. Because she's just, see, he has to learn. He'll get there. He'll learn. And when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. They're not competing. This is just a practice. She's very good at moving out from her center. Very good at it. The trick is learning how to breathe. Once you learn that your center's at the base of your lungs, oh my goodness, like in between your lungs at the base, then you get so excited to use it that you forget to breathe. There, do you see? Oh, I keep doing that. Do you see how far forward? See how his skates are behind his center? That's what happens when you get really good centering. You get what's called body flight, and you start flying your body forward, and your legs end up being behind you. Right here, it looks like on her side, if you look to the left here, she's over her skate that's on the ice. It's behind her center. It's way behind her. So both of them are engaging their centers here, and she's going out for they both have excellent body flight here. When he gets better, he'll learn to take his left shoulder, you see here, this left shoulder, you can see that it's pulled up. So he's not letting his shoulder blade go down and support his center. And once he does that, he'll have even more power on the ice. So he needs to take that left shoulder blade of his and pull it back towards his spine and back down and bring this elbow of his. It shouldn't be out like that. That's disengaging from his center. A person that's connected with their center, their elbows won't come all that far. It'll never look like a chicken wing. It won't come that far out. See how her elbows? Do you see how they're closer? Even though they both have their hand out, her elbow's more in because she's keeping her shoulder blade, her right shoulder blade, is down and behind her center. Her body has learned how important it is to do that. So, all right, let's keep watching. Great body flight. Look at that. Yeah, he'll get better. It's harder for men. I should be really clear about this. When I was teaching my husband how to do this, I actually had to change the way he lifted weights, because men can do so many weights that they'll lock up their shoulders so that they can't access their center. So I had to change his entire weight routine, because he was doing what all the magazines told him to do, bulk up and lock his entire upper body into position. Instead, he became a very lean, muscly machine where he was very, very limber. And that's the thing, is that you have to find the balance between being limber and having muscles and being toned. And so he became very strong, but he also had his center. And that's the other thing, is that you won't have to lift as many weights if you start engaging your center, because you can do a lot more using your center instead of the muscles in your bicep. You don't want to rely on your muscles in your pecs or your lats or your biceps. You don't want to rely on those. Those can be torn. You really want it. Your center's nice and tucked inside of a bunch of protection. You know, there's a ton of abs. There's a ton of ribs and bones surrounding it. It's got the support of the spine. Don't put your weight bearing onto your outer muscles. That they're there for movement. So let's keep watching. I love how they're both far over their skate here. They have such a nice edge because they're just pushing that center. Well done. See that dip there? He went real low. So if you watch where he does this dip, it's real quick. Let's see if we can catch it. And dip right there. Do you see that? So that you would think he would fall. Do you see how far his body flight is? And that's because he's got control of his center. He'll get better and better. See, even his right shoulder is out. He needs to bring that shoulder blade back and down so that he can go even further than that. You'd be shocked at how far you can go. There are other couples that are really pushing it. Let me tell you, these guys are really, really good, which is why I'm using them as an example. Let's keep going. So it'll see how both of her shoulder blades, they're definitely closer to the spine and lower. So she can even get better at that as well. I went over that in my centering video when I actually did a video demonstration of it. I said dancers always have their shoulders up because their shoulder blades are popped out, and they put everything up through the top because they think they're supposed to do it that way. No, if you want them to have access, you need to drop those shoulder blades, not push them down, but the shoulder blades need to be in resting position so that you have quick and speedy access to that centering. It's so much harder in partner dancing than just moving your center. It's much easier to just, be on a couch and move your center. But he did a brilliant job there. So beautiful. That's why they can go so fast here with barely pushing off. That's not pretty. What is with this? I saw dancers doing the same thing, this strange straddling crotch thing. I don't know. Is it required? Maybe it's a required move. I know ice dancing has required moves. Yeah, see how happy they are? They are not expending the kind of energy they used to have to expend. This is so beautiful. See, she only pushed off twice. And they're doing all of this. They're really learning to use their hips to do all the spinning. And I went over that in my centering video. Just take your hip and pull it back. Nice job. Nice work. Oh, that was hot. That was so freaking hot. Oh, what beautiful centering. Oh, I love that. Genius. Nice job, you too. I hope they go longer on that move so that we can see more of that angle. It's really beautiful. I think they're just starting on that. That's a new move. They're just starting to polish that up. Nice flight. See, this is happening a lot more. These kinds of moves where they can touch the ice and go on one knee because they're learning, I can just use my center to do all the powering. So there's a lot more of this happening where they go down on the ice And then they can see normally they would never do this because that would be seen as, oh, if we go down on the ice, that will slow us down and we'll stop. But they're learning that, no, I don't have to use the edge of my skate to throttle me forward. I can use other things to throttle me forward. So you're seeing a lot more on the knees and touching of the ice because they're just going to use their center to throttle them forward and keep the momentum going. Really beautiful here. That's hard. Do you understand that she just went backwards? Can we all give a what the heck? Because I'm learning to walk forward again, but I'm like, still can't walk backward. That's one thing I don't have. I can't back the walker up yet. But can we all give an appreciation for her going backwards here? Choreographers should give an amen because she is better at it. And she can do that. She's the one to go backwards. Good girl. Nice. Even that ending pose, do you see how she pushed her center forward? This is such a good lesson for everyone. Here we go. Right at the end, she's going to push that center forward. Pop. Look at that. Do you see right there, right above where his hand is? Right where that strap she has going across. Do you see at the top of that seam how it's popped forward? Same thing with him. How both of them, their heads are back and their center is shoving forward so that they give a nice hard stop after going fast. Boom. Nice, Josh. She went even further. Both of them did. Oh, congratulations, you two. That was so beautiful. I'm enjoying seeing how you guys give me life. I'm so happy I'm healthy enough to watch this stuff again. I could not watch it when a whole lot of it. Yeah, before I forget, I really want to thank Jordan Cohen over at On Ice Perspectives for giving us these perspectives and being able to look at them this closely. Layla Veillon and Alexander Brandys. And I know that the Moores are the ones coaching them. And they have natural centers. Like, I watch their tapes, I'm like, they have natural centers. And I always want to just take their centers and be like, now drive it forward and do what you can so that they can leave all their injuries behind, right? And just go. And it's really beautiful to see what they're doing. So anyway, learn more about centerings. 2 videos are on my channel. Just go on my channel and search Book of Catherine on the YouTube channel and search centering. I have 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, though I need to change the title. It'll say things about leverage and everything like that. And I'm much healthier in those videos. I talk about how much I can't do. That was a really unique week. You'd have to see it in terms of what was going on at the time. I did make them to be long-lasting, though they've turned up to be that way. Anyway, just ignore all that stuff because my feet can turn out now. My hips can turn out. I have new muscles. We have a diagnosis. I'm so much better than I was then. I have muscle tone, the whole 9 yards. All right. And then I also did a full hour talk on centering on episode 19 of my Twitter Spaces, which you can find by just heading on over. Here we go. I'll show you. You can just go to bookofcatherine.com and hit the drop-down menu and just say you want Twitter Spaces, and it'll take you to my Twitter Spaces, and there are all my recordings right here. So all the things that I've done, they're right there in how many minutes. They have a link. Why is episode 14 not have the link up? Guess I better go make that right now. Okay. Love you guys so much. And thank you so much for visiting. If you want to support, just the link's down below. I am 100% viewer supported. Or go see one of the movies. There's a movie in the theaters right now and another one in a few weeks. I love you so much. And please share with your friends and family about the power of centering because it is really important, especially for those who are disabled, who are sick, who are trying to get their mobility back and or are losing their mobility. It's so important to learn how to use your center, especially share with physical therapists if you can. Just, you have no idea how much this can do. It saved my life. It made me a pro in the beginning of my career, and then it saved my life when I became sick with functional neurological disorders. So it just saved my life with FND and all of my mobility today, the way I prevent falls, the way I get my stability back. I totally use centering. So hopefully that episode I filmed for you today, this one, the video, and also the episode 19 on my Twitter Spaces page, hopefully that helps you too, where I talk you through it for an hour. Okay, love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!